Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Yeva and I've got another process video for you guys this week. It's another double page and this time I'm using 8 photos. As you can see, 4 are 6x4 and the other 4 are just 4x4. I'm using Shimelle's field trip collection, her latest one. And can you guys believe it? I have not even cut into it. I know. It came out a while ago. I've had it for a while. I decided it's enough hoarding, it's time to use it, and so I'm breaking it. I'm going to use it. I'm very excited. I'm just trying out some papers. I've got like a beach theme, but not really beach. We went down to the shore in San Diego, and so I'm trying to figure out a little bit of a theme here, what colors to use, and I decided on this dark blue polka dot paper for the main part of my page, and I'm also going to be stretching out a lot of this product, as you can see. So I cut that big chunk on the left side and I'm making a little strip on the other side. And then I'm using this super colorful feather paper. It's from the paper pack and it has some silver foil. It's so pretty in real life. It has this great little shimmer. Once in a while the light catches it. It's so pretty. I knew I had to use it on this page. So I like how the polka dot is, it has color in it, and it ties all the colors together from the feathers, but I like that the feathers are very bold and bright and got the silver, and so it just really makes it stand out, and that's where I'm getting all my colors from, is from that feather paper. I'm doing a lot of measuring throughout this beginning process. I have this theory of, measure twice, cut once, and so I'm constantly measuring, trying to figure out what sizes I need. I hate wasting paper, so I'm trying to use as much of it as I can. And this double page layout stretches out so much pages. Like I'm literally just using 3 sheets of paper and I still have leftovers, which is awesome. And so I'm deciding here on how high to go or how much to cut of that feather paper. And I'm deciding to leave about ½ inch from the top and the bottom because on the other page, the second page, the photos are much taller and wider. So as you can see, I'm just definitely stretching everything out, maybe a little bit different width because there's definitely more photos on the right side. So I'm adding, for example, this dark blue, just a little bit less, but I'm just stretching everything. I think that's what's great about 2-page layouts, is that you just stretch it. You take that piece of paper, you can cut it in half or whatever, and you do the same thing, maybe slightly different, but you just repeat it, which is awesome. And that's what I'm going to continue doing. I am not working off of a sketch. I did find some inspiration on Pinterest. I think there was one, I'll link it down below. I couldn't find the actual link to her website where she had a sketch that I was inspired by, but it's Tammy, and again, I'll link her down below. I was inspired by the way she laid out her photos. Her paper arrangement and embellishments were totally different than what I have going on here, but the photos are quite similar. Now I am adding in this yellow strip banner. I wanted something just a little bit more bright than that because that navy is really dark, and that day in particular was very bright, happy, fun, and so I wanted to definitely bring in more color and brightness. Now as you can see, I really offset those yellow strips, and that's what I was going for. Looking back at it, not crazy about it, but I'm fine with it. If you don't like how it's offset and off balance, and you maybe really want to just carry that strip across, what I would do is those photos on the right side, I would switch them. So the horizontal one on top, the vertical one on bottom. That way that whole yellow strip can go across, if that makes sense, and it'll just connect all together. But I'm happy with it. I'm fine. I was trying out something new, and that's cool. And so as you can see, I already got my title going, and I'm kind of figuring out what embellishments I wanted. I know that this product line field trip is all about like creatures and maybe on the kid-ish side, but so I was just seeing what I could use. I was thinking about these fish bowls, and because we were by the water, but we didn't really see any fish, we didn't catch any fish, we didn't go to an aquarium, so I decided to skip it. Love the idea, but decided to skip it. But I did find these little cute boats in the sticker the sticker sheet, yes. And I decided to go keep it simple and just do flowers because, you know, can't go wrong with flowers. And we were in San Diego in November. It was lovely. I am from Washington State and it is cold in November. So this was a lovely, beautiful, bright memory of just warmth and fun. And so that's what I wanted it to feel like. Found that little tag. It was just made for this layout, you guys. It's just pointing down. That photo just perfect, like it's an empty spot, so I'm not covering anything, and it was perfect. It was like literally meant for me, so I love that. And I'm gonna pop up those boats to kind of give up a little dimension, a little bit of something else. Those stickers in particular are printed on paper. They're not shiny, so when I was working on this, I kind of struggled. Everything was very matte, very paper-like. I didn't have like the look of stickers or chipboard or anything like that, and I worked with what I had, and so you'll see me kind of fidget a little bit towards the end, and I'll add like animal dots and things like that. As far as titles go, whenever we travel somewhere, I keep it really simple and I just name the place that we go to. So this is La Jolla, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, La Jolla Cove in San Diego. And so when somebody's flipping through my albums, it's not just like, oh, that's a pretty beach. Like, what is this all about? They'll see it and be like, oh, that's that place. I've been there, or I would love to visit. And so I keep it really simple and just name the place wherever it was. Yes. So I'm going to continue fidgeting with that flower. Oh, one thing I was going to mention, that flower set, it had really dark leaves. And when I put up that little boat, the sail kind of blended in with those dark leaves. So I needed something to make that sail pop. And so I just backed it with another flower, kind of looks like another dimension, layers, all the good things. And now that sail really pops and it makes, you can tell that there's still leaves, sail makes it pop. So layering is always a good way to go. Here I'm trying to fidget it with this right side. That specific sail had a little gap and I couldn't figure out what to fill it in, and I just add another feather. You'll see me keep fidgeting with things. Another thing I kept thinking about was I want binoculars. My son had gotten certain types of binoculars, kid binoculars, and I really wanted to add that because he just kept looking around with it. Now this set and the other sets, I don't have anything with binoculars, but the previous Shimelle collection had these toy viewfinders, is that the name? And yes, it's not binoculars, obviously, but it still had that childhood memory for me, and I guess for him too, of just like looking through it, seeing, discovering, and that's what I added from Field Trip. No, not the previous one collection. Now I'm just about finishing up, adding those enamel dots just for another texture because everything was very matte and flat, and just sprinkling around some hearts. Also from Shimelle, but an older collection. So this pretty much finishes up the layout. The last two things I always do is always date my pages, of course, and when it's a double page, I always date both pages. And I decided to do also some mist, sprinkle on some mist. I was going to go with gray, but then I realized I have this lovely blue and I don't use it a lot, and it was perfect. It's a Heidi Swapp Color Shine. It's a pretty shimmery blue and it worked perfectly. So anyways, thanks you guys for watching. I hope you like this layout. Catch me every Wednesday for new layouts, new process videos. Like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'd love to answer them. Thanks for watching.